Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is your daily tarot reading for the weekend of April the 21st and April the 22nd, 2018. So we are moving into Taurus. Nice. Fertile, sexy, sowing seeds, nature starting to kind of take root. Me wearing my top again, but this time without the label stuck on the front. You know, everything is all going on. Smells like 70s pheromones. Maybe this is like the trapped scent of a 1970s tarot reader. Maybe that's what it is and why these cards smell so good. Anywho, yes, Gemma. Valley Bobs joins us in her usual hairy spot on the bed, asleep as she normally is. That one wants to come out. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, people. Wow. I kind of want something to go in the middle here. It's going to be you, Heart of the Fairy Oracle. This is Brian and Wendy Frood. Oh, you plop straight out, don't you? Oh, okay. This is quite a strong reading for the weekend. Okay, move into Taurus. The earth sign. The sign of the right time, you know, time for things to grow. Certain things only grow in certain soils and the whole ecosystem. There is some barrier here. I'm getting a barrier. 9 of Wands, the first card that popped out. This is the card of creating a barrier around ourselves, self-defense. Sometimes it's necessary to create a barrier. That's the other message that I'm getting. If I could stop sniffing the cards for a minute. There's opportunities. We've been seeing that. I think a couple of days ago we had the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, but we had the Death card with it. And we had the Eight of Cups in reverse. These are blocked opportunities. Either blocked by another person or blocked by ourselves. A very, very interesting card. First of all, we got 3 major arcana in a row. We have the Fool in reverse. That's not taking the leap yet. Now, often when I see the Fool in reverse, I'm inclined to think... I've got to tell you what I really think. I'm not going to say it, but just look at the knapsack. It always just makes me think that. But once I've got over that sort of 5-year-old puerile part of myself that giggles about things like that, I think to myself, sometimes it's not the right idea to take the leap. Sometimes, you know, the temptation when you see the Fool card in reverse is to say, you must take the leap, you're holding yourself back. Sometimes that's wisdom, you know, we don't always want to be jumping off that particular cliff. Next to it, Major Arcana, the Sun. Now the Sun is a source of light and energy and surety, sureness, whatever the word is for being sure. And also next to that, Temperance in reverse. It's a certain impatience, but also an impediment. And then the last card, a very Taurian card, the Knight of Pentacles. The person who's willing to wait. An earth sign who knows why you wait as well. And then in the middle of all this, I thought I needed a card to really illuminate it. And yes, this one just fell out onto my knee. Brian and Wendy Frood, Heart of the Fairy Oracle, the Thief. Now the Thief is a shadowy figure. He sometimes turns up in private readings when somebody is stealing your affections, your time, your kindness, your energy. But the other meaning of the thief as well is what is stealing your time? What is stealing your opportunity? What is stealing your confidence? What is going to drain you here? What do you need to cut loose is still the same message I've been getting all week. What do you need to cut loose in order that you don't need to live a defended life? Because a defended life can't let the good stuff in, and that's what the Sun in reverse says. I'm turning to Brian and Wendy Food again. I want 2 more of those. Often you do draw these cards in 3s because you see who accompanies. I knew it would be you. Okay. Not yet. Yes. A new one with... Oh, lovely. Okay. Very interesting combination here. Okay. So the thief can either be us procrastinating, not being brave enough to make the next move, although I don't really get it can be that much. You know if that's you. Some negative energy of some sort, could be a person, a job, a way of life, whatever it is plugging in and draining life force here. And then I get the Queen of the Night. It's a very significant card for me in this deck. The Queen of the Night is sometimes your own ability, or you're not looking on the... God, why can't I talk today? It sounds so trite to say you're not looking on the bright side. Your own decision to look on the shadow side. But there is a bit of truth in that too. What's stealing your sparkle is the question I want to know. Who's stealing your light? You know, if you're stealing light, you're throwing shade. Getting a bit down with the kids in my who's throwing shade, but it is about that. And then the antidote to that is bright spark. That's where we need to be looking. How can we inject this to climb out of this rather draining situation, which I've been getting kind of cards for this all week. No, not you. What do I want? I know what I want. I'm so glad you can't see my tarot cupboard. Oh, one day I'll be brave enough to do that video. Oh, there it is again. Okay. So, this is a sort of version of the High Priestess. This is like the I was going to say the Deracle at Alfie. That's brilliant. This is like the Deracle at Alfie. Or the Oracle at Delphi. Yeah, should we just call it the Deracle at Alfie? I think we should. It sounds quite good. Almost Greek. Now, I have a particular affinity with the Deracle at Alfie because at this particular oracle there used to be a woman who interpreted the vapours and then spoke in tongues. There is a need for us to do this. Queen of the Night. This is also, I was reading my little moon diary here, and it talks about Persephone. So of course Persephone at this point in the Northern Hemisphere will have spent 3 months of the winter downstairs with Pluto in the underworld. And it's that need, that's quite a Persephone kind of card. It's the need to go downstairs and get our hands dirty, like we said the other day, and maybe our face dirty and our psyche a bit dirty, and look into what it is we still allow to impede us, whether it's a person or something habitual or a pattern of our own that we still have. You need to read your own runes here. You need to sniff the vapours, okay? Interesting. Quite a visceral reading actually for this weekend. Not to be sniffed at. Yes, okay. One more. Oh, and one more. You. Woohoo! On the Pentacles, Taurian type side, we get body care. These are for the bits that are above. Sleep, water, self-care. Giving ourselves a foot massage, getting someone else to do it, whatever it is. Not eating too many biscuits or whatever your thing is. Just being decent to yourself, looking after yourself in the most fundamental sense. Then we get the Dreams card. And this is where you could find that some of this message, particularly when you've got that card, the vapors could be dreams. Unusual symbolism in dreams. Write it down as soon as you wake up. And then we get Guardian Angel. I love this card. It's so reassuring. It's just the kind of very basic sense that you are not alone and that the universe has your back in this. But you need to be brave and willing to face this shadow. Whew. So, if you'd like a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Leave me a comment if you are moved that way, because I'd like to know how that resonates. For me, that was quite a deep reading for some people. Do hit the like button and share the video, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.